Though it is more philosophical and metaphysical than scientific, the idea that the universe tests Sigma Empaths can be used to explain difficulties and changes in the lives of Sigma Empaths before they can truly comprehend how the world functions and how they should respond to it. Sigma Empaths must go through a lot. The universe puts Sigma Empaths to the test in 7 different ways. 7. The universe isolates them to put them to the test. In a symbolic sense, the universe frequently puts Sigma Empaths through times of solitude in order to encourage their own development and metamorphosis. First of all, it enables Sigma Empaths to go deeply into introspection and self-discovery, establishing a connection with their deepest feelings, passions, and thoughts, and helping them to comprehend their distinct essence and purpose. Isolation also makes it difficult for Sigma Empaths to become independent and self-sufficient. They develop a strong sense of self by learning to negotiate the challenges of life on their terms. Since individuals have to deal with the discomfort and loneliness of being alone, this excursion might be viewed as an assessment of their resilience. They can also hone their empathic skills through isolation. They can recalibrate their empathic sensitivities and be more prepared to support and sympathize with others when they ultimately re-enter social spheres by removing themselves from the incessant emotional noise of others. As Sigma Empaths learn the value of real connections and the significance of emotional self-care, this time of seclusion serves as a lesson in empathy and compassion. In the end, the universe's isolation test for Sigma Empaths might be seen as a testing ground for individual development and evolution. It gets them ready for the next phase of their lives, when they may embrace their special talents to the fullest and make a great impact on the world. 6. They are put to the test by the cosmos by experiencing emotional upheaval. Emotional upheaval is a common occurrence for Sigma Empaths, and it's a difficult experience meant to spur personal development and transformation. Deep emotional reactions are triggered by emotional disruptions such as severe emotional crises, internal conflicts, or outside obstacles. Sigma Empaths are forced to face their emotional boundaries and weaknesses by turbulent emotions. It challenges students to go to the limits of their emotional spectrum, which aids in their knowledge of both their own and other people's emotions. These difficulties help them develop empathy and emotional resilience by teaching them how to negotiate difficult emotional terrain. When confronted with strong emotions, Sigma Empaths frequently reflect in great detail to understand their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. While people look for meaning and purpose in their emotions, this process aids in their self-discovery and promotes personal development. Through their personal emotional hardships, Sigma Empaths become more adept at sympathizing with those going through comparable situations. Because their personal experiences have expanded their ability to truly empathize, they are better able to provide assistance and understanding to people who are in need. 5. The universe puts them to the test by making them extremely curious. The cosmos frequently puts Sigma Empaths to the test by giving them a strong sense of intellectual curiosity. It's not merely a coincidence that they have an insatiable thirst for information. It's a basic feature of what makes them special. This broad-ranging intellectual curiosity inspires an unwavering exploration of challenging philosophical issues. First of all, it pushes people to investigate the limits of human comprehension, learning, and probing deeply into difficult subjects. Then, by continuously trying to extend their viewpoints and challenging their ways of thinking, this broadens their intellectual boundaries. Additionally, their intellectual curiosity serves as a catalyst for personal growth. As individuals interact with diverse notions and ideas, they frequently discover themselves thinking back on their personal convictions, principles, and life goals. A deeper awareness of oneself and their special role in the world results from this introspective investigation. Finally, their excitement for learning might be seen as an assessment of their dedication to self-improvement. They frequently face intellectual difficulties and roadblocks that need for tenacity and resolve to go past. They become more resolute and develop their intellectual capacities as a result of conquering intellectual obstacles. Their quest for self-realization and realizing their full potential is brilliant. Deeply empathic people requires them to have this intense curiosity, even though it can be taxing and all-consuming. 4. The universe puts people to the test by making them distrustful. Sigma Empaths struggle with trust, which may be related to their acute awareness of other people's sincerity. Because Sigma Empaths are naturally able to spot dishonesty and deception, they may be reluctant to build strong relationships for fear that their confidence would be misplaced. Trust concerns force Sigma Empaths to exercise caution and prudence as they negotiate the intricate reality of human interactions. They also force them to develop the delicate skill of discernment. They improve their ability to identify between real and false connections by honing their acute sense of judgment. Sigma Empaths frequently consider their weaknesses and emotional barriers as they struggle with their fears of being trusted. They are prompted by this process to face their own fears and painful memories, which promotes emotional fortitude and personal development. Because they have had to feel the hurt of betrayed or disappointed, Sigma Empaths learn to sympathize with others who have also gone through similar experiences, which eventually fosters a sense of community and support for others. Despite their difficulties with trust, Sigma Empaths eventually come to see that it is for their own benefit because it improves them as individuals. They might pick up self-defense skills and gain an understanding of what triggers other people's behaviors. 3. The universe puts people to the test by pushing their limits. It's difficult yet necessary for Sigma Empaths to push themselves outside their comfort zones in order to thrive. It empowers Sigma Empaths to set and sustain constructive boundaries in their interpersonal interactions. Since their empathic nature frequently forces them to be accommodating and self-sacrificing, this process can be difficult for them. But since they constantly have to deal with people who want to cross their boundaries, they learn to put their own health first and place boundaries on how much of their emotions and energies they are willing to give away. Regretfully, the number of individuals who lack boundaries is rising. Because they are self-centered and never consider the feelings of others, these people are unaware of how crucial it is to respect others' personal space. Having these individuals around is extremely taxing for Sigma Empaths, because they are not accustomed to having to defend themselves to others in order to be given space. Sigma Empaths become more forceful in expressing their needs and aspirations. As a result of these problems, they could encounter circumstances when they have to express their desires in a straightforward manner, even if it makes them feel awkward or confrontational. But this also aids in the development of the confidence and self-assurance that Sigma Empaths need to uphold boundaries in all facets of their lives. 2. The universe puts their anxieties to the test. The universe frequently uses the exposure of Sigma Empaths to their greatest fears as a test. These assessments are not random, rather, they are deeply ingrained in their life experience and are intended to fulfill a number of vital functions. It takes a crucible for self-discovery and inner progress to face one's worries. Sigma Empaths are compelled to explore the dark corners of their psyche in order to better understand themselves when they face their greatest fears. Although this self-awareness process can be unsettling, it increases emotional fortitude and self-acceptance. The world forces Sigma Empaths to confront their anxieties, which aids in the development of coping skills and life skills. Fortunately, despite their numerous issues, Sigma Empaths have a lot of energy. They think that since suffering is unavoidable, they should confront it head-on rather than try to avoid it. By overcoming their anxieties, Sigma Empaths learn important skills for handling stress, anxiety, and hardship. Their increased resilience enables them to help others as well as oneself. After going through the emotional upheaval of facing their anxieties, Sigma Empaths are now more sensitive to the difficulties faced by others. They gain the capacity to empathize with others, which helps them build stronger bonds and offer helpful support. 1. The universe puts them to the test by requiring them to align with their mission. All people go through a typical experience of discovering and connecting with their real purpose. When we don't get our way, we sometimes take actions we never would have imagined taking. Sigma Empaths are reminded to investigate their deepest interests, values, and passions by the alignment purpose. It pushes people to consider how their lives may have been influenced by outside expectations and societal conventions. Through this process of self-examination, students discover who they really are and gain a deeper understanding of their own life purpose. Sigma Empaths are challenged by this alignment process to make decisions and do activities that are more in line with their newly discovered sense of purpose. It frequently entails moving outside of their comfort zones and taking unorthodox yet fundamentally fulfilling paths. Through this journey, they are inspired to live intentionally and truthfully, which promotes inner peace and fulfillment. When the world helps Sigma Empaths discover their actual calling, they frequently discover that their ability for compassion and empathy grows. They get more sensitive to the wants and feelings of other people, which enables them to have a bigger, more beneficial influence on the world. Sigma Empaths and others are redirected by the universe through the use of their special talents and passions. We frequently have a shift in perspective as a result of the things that happen to us, which also affects how we act. In the end, everything is up to us, and we are alone responsible for the decisions we make. What is the biggest obstacle you have faced that has altered who you are as a person?